for the defense today. What were you guys doing well? And Coach mentioned some of the missed opportunities. Why was Savage able to slip away sometimes?
Yeah, he had great pocket presence. He was able to step up, but at the same time, we were just winning one-on-ones and we were able to get to him. Sorry. You hear me? There we go. All right.
For Cody, you went 3 or 4 days, bad weather out there. What did it mean to get back in the flow and kind of be the difference in the game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously after a rough past couple of weeks and games, it felt great. Being able to just go out there and drill the opportunities that I had, especially in a game where you really needed them. I think it made a big difference in the game.
Yeah, when you talk about Danny Nicholas playing him at that outside backer, when did you guys start doing that? What did you think of the way he played today?
Daddy had a tremendous game. We had 3 sacks, 7 tackles. They're just trying to get him on the field. I warned the media about him earlier. I was like, he's going to be one of the better players in the ACC, so he just showed it today. If they keep him at that position, it's going to be a problem.
Kalvin, you got your first career touchdown. How did that feel, and how much would you say you've progressed since your first game?
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a feel for it. You know, coming out of high school, didn't have that much experience, but these past couple of games, I mean, Logan's been putting it on the money, you know, making me look good out there. So when I got that first touchdown, you know, it was definitely a good ego boost, and you know, trying to get my confidence going and knowing that, you know, I can compete at this level.
Kalvin, did you realize this week that you would be a big part of the game plan in the first half? Is that something you can see coming, that you're going to have some break out there?
No, it was the same game plan as we coming into every week. You know, I just got to do my job, and you know, Logan, I mean, he finds me open every time. You know, so whenever I run my route, he puts it on the money. So he's just making me look good.
James, when you guys get to a quarterback 8 times, and I mean, can you see him getting up slower, and does that kind of fuel you guys to hit him harder the next time and the next time and the next time?
Yeah, I actually hit him one time when he got up. He was like, "Yeah, they're not built like me." So it was kind of funny, but you could tell as the game went on, he was starting to wear down, getting up slower. Like you said, but we got to him a little bit more than 8 times. I mean, he was getting hit more times than he was getting sacked.
Kalvin, you guys had the first touchdown early on in the red zone, and then you guys kind of struggled later on. What kind of slowed down or kind of bogged down in the red zone that made it difficult?
Nothing. I mean, Pittsburgh is a great defense, and I guess that play we called in the red zone when I scored was just a great call, and it just worked out for us.
James and Kalvin, can you guys just talk about how big this bye week is going to be from the defensive point and from the offensive point to get you guys healthy?
I think it's definitely going to be something we need because, especially for the offensive line, those guys are kind of getting wore out. They're not able to switch in and out like we are. But I definitely feel like we need a bye week. Just do.
Questions for AJ. I think you average over 52 yards a punt. Are you aware of how well you're kicking right now, and then just how big that is for the field position game?
Not really. No, I just try to take it kick by kick. Every time that I get an opportunity to punt, just focus on my technique and just hit the ball as well as I can.
James, the fact that you guys have 8, maybe 9 defensive linemen who can rotate into the game, how much of a part of this performance do you think was due to that, sort of the relentlessness of having so many guys rush the passer?
Yeah, definitely, because on those long drives, you kind of get a little tired, and then if somebody else comes in there, the tackle may be tired from the long drive also, so he comes in and he's going against a guy who's fresh off the bench. That's probably just as good. So it's it's real effective.
James, you guys gave up a little over 200 yards today and got the 8 sacks, but you still don't have Antone, and Daddy's coming into a new role. How much better do you think this defense can get to?
With Antone?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. It'd be a whole different ballgame if Antone was playing right now, but he's hurt, and I feel like Faison and Kendall have stepped up, so we haven't really lost a step. But with Antone back, we would definitely been a better defense than we are right now. I'm not saying that Kendall and Faison haven't stepped up.
James,
James, when did you realize as a defense that y'all had the momentum, that you felt that you were really getting to? Was it right off the bat, or just to describe how it played out on the field?
Our film, basically Pittsburgh has just been pounding people with the run game. So when I noticed that they kind of stopped running the ball, I think Daddy might have took out their running back on the first couple of plays. And after I seen they stopped running the ball, I'm like, yeah, they're kind of losing their momentum, because that's basically what the offense is based off of, is the ground game.
Aaron?
James, I know last year's last year, but can you contrast how it feels on the field right now with the control you guys seem to have on defense compared to early in last year, where it seemed like any kind of flow on either side of the ball was hard to come by?
I know for me personally, coming into Virginia Tech, I came in winning 10 games, had 10-game season, 11-game season, 11-game season. So then when we lost, it was more because I kind of expected just to come and win. And this year, you're practicing, you're like, it's a lot riding on this game. Like, every game is big. It's not just going out there thinking you're going to win by showing up.
Thank you, gentlemen.